Today is January 11th, Friday. I'm recording this after the markets closed. Here I wanted to show some of the ABC patterns which have been forming for the past few weeks. I will show first in the indexes and then I'll move on to a few equities. Here the first one is the S&P 500 index, and S&P 500 had an ABC from mid of November. It gave a trigger of a buy trigger about 1372, if you can see it here. Let's see if I can draw it on the chart. And this is the buy trigger here. The EL is a buy trigger, and the stop was placed at 1343. And then the extensions of it is the first target is the first target zone is actually between 1372 and 1507. Right now it just reached 1472. 1472 is the it may act as a bit of a resistance, as it looks like it's a double top also. So let's be a little bit cautious in this area. But if it does on Monday, if it does trade much higher than 1472, then I would expect it to probably hit next target, which is 1507, before it actually sees a retracement. But for the year, I do expect it to go much higher to the next target range. Let's see, the next target zone is between 1551 and 1607. Okay, now let's move on to the next. Let's go and look at the Dow. Dow also has a similar, including Nasdaq, have a similar ABC patterns. They all gave about the same time in all the indexes, and then of course some of the prominent stocks, which I'll show you. Even Dow also hit it's a 62% target. 62% is right now at 13,480, and 79 is 13,756. So that is the first primary target zone. From the EL of EL is about 12,748, EL being the entry level. Next I wanted to show is let's see if we can look at QM. This is the crude oil, it has a pretty good ABC in the last few weeks, and it just triggered recently. So my first targets on QM is also between 62 and 79%, and that is about between 98 and 102. So I guess I am actually in the USO calls. So I'm waiting for it to actually hit on the USO. So let me actually show you how the USO looks. Here is the USO. The USO, the targets in USO is between $36 and $37.50. Let's look at gold. Gold also has an ABC pattern. This is, I'm still waiting for it. There is no entry trigger, is not triggered yet. It did actually reach 66%. So now the next is like a 1690 onwards is the entry trigger if it does hit that. And then what we will look for is, we'll look for the first target is about 1726, and the next higher targets are between 1789 and 1834. I actually was waiting for gold or GLD to come a little bit further down. My targets on GLD was about 158, and so I guess I was waiting for it. I do not have a current position. Now let's look at few stocks. The first stock I wanted to show you is the Arrow Networks. Arrow Network and Juniper and also Cisco, all of them have a solid ABCs, and these are actually formed ABCs sometime again about the same time, November 1st week to midweek, and the targets on Arrow Networks is $24 to $26. Let's look at BAC. BAC is the Bank of America stock. Bank of America has actually two prominent ABCs. One is a pretty larger one. If you look at from the bottom of this December 2011 until sometime in May of 2012, and that's a larger ABC which is actually working. And also it had a smaller ABC which is an embedded ABC, and that's what is actually currently forming to. So the targets for this is between 262 to 362, and that's almost like the final targets between 11 and $12.50. When I say final, it's not that it's not going to go up higher, but that's what I would be when I would be trading a smaller ABCs. I would be looking for those type of targets. So let's look at Cisco. Cisco's ABC again formed about the same time in the middle of November timeframe. The EL was the entry level is $17.50, and then the targets on it is actually right now it's trading at that point already. It's like 1965 to $20.50. If you can go into my archives in my on my website, you'll be seeing all these right from the beginning of how when the ABC is formed, and you can actually track down on my daily posts on Cisco, or actually any stock on whatever I posted on my website. The next one I'm looking at it is a CVX. CVX is the Chevron, and this stock recently gave an ABC trigger which is about $106. The next targets zone is $114 to $118. Let me show you. Next one is the GMCR. Green Mountain Coffee. This one has what I call is a perfect ABC pattern. A perfect ABC actually triggered about $23, and the targets on this is that there are two sets of targets. The first target was already reached right after the ABC formed, and that's here. That's $31 to $34, and then now next targets are here. That's $41 to $47. So right now it is trading at $41. So I guess we would expect it to probably go up to $47 in this and also this is the perfect ABC. Perfect ABCs have a lot higher success rates than regular ABCs. Next is Juniper. Juniper Network also has an ABC pattern. It's similar to like Cisco, and the first trigger for this is about 1770, and the targets on this is 1950 to 2050, and that's the first target. Now it's actually trading above this first target zone. So the next target zones would be $21.75 to $23. Next one I wanted to show is a Morgan Stanley MS. This stock also has an ABC pattern which traded right from the above 200 period moving average, and the targets. This is actually going very similar to like how Goldman Sachs or most of the other financials are working. So this targets for this is between $20 and $21. Now let's look at another stock, Qualcomm. This is one of my favorite stock to trade it. I've been trading it for quite some time. Qualcomm, the entry trigger on this was about $59, and now it is actually trading within the first target zone. That's $65 and $67. The next other stock is the Texas Instruments. This stock also had an ABC pattern right in the middle of October. From then it started trading higher, and now it actually already already crossed its first targets and the second targets, and the second target zone is between $32 and $34. So that's where it's actually trying to reach now. The last one I wanted to show is the Broadcom. Broadcom is also in an ABC bullish patterns, and this bullish pattern is actually the targets on this was about 35 to 36.5. It's just about to reach its first target zone, and then we'll see how the market action is and to see if it can continue to the next target zone.